Let's be real, our system is pretty messed up at this point for most average people like you and me. The job market is impossible, cost of living continues to rise, and the lucky ones are stuck clinging on to their parents for financial support. The dream of buying a home for most people in our 20s just gets further and further away with each day that passes by. The roadmap that's been laid out for most of us is go to college or fail. But even if you go to college, spend the next 4 to 8 years of your life going into debt, there's no guarantee you'll even get to use the degree when you get it. And if you do, you'd be lucky to make 70 grand a year in most job platforms. Sometimes it takes years to break the 6-figure threshold, if you ever do. If you don't want to go to college for the next however many years of your life, your next option is a regular job, maybe retail, a trade. But let's be real, you can't even finance a 1-bedroom apartment in most cities with even the above average wage of $25 to $30 an hour. It's just not practical. Online gurus tell you to dropship, NFTs, day trade, but most of those options require startup cash, which you don't have. And even if you did, the success rate is less than 1%, so you'd almost be better off investing your money in lottery tickets. It's that realization right there that leaves most of us feeling hopeless, on the verge of giving up, and resorting to living paycheck to paycheck or begging our parents, day by day with no real possibility of a stable future. I'm here to tell you that the solution is right in front of you. It's no get-rich-quick scheme, it's not washing cars or power washing, and it's far more guaranteed than drop shipping and requires close to zero startup cost. The only investment you will have to make is your time, which you're already investing 40 to 50 hours a week at a job that isn't paying the bills anyways. So what do you have to lose? I am a 23-year-old, and for the last 3 years, I have made at least $100,000 a year. This year, I'm projected to finish around 140. I'm not a genius, I don't have a degree, no real connections, I grew up poor, and I didn't start some 1 in a million business. I just invested time and energy into the one skill most people can improve upon: communication. It's pretty simple, and this is meant to be a no BS guide, so I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean. I'm not going to make you buy some bogus course or subscribe to some external page. I'm just tired of seeing so many of my peers struggle because of mistakes made by previous generations. Communication is a skill, a muscle if you will. Have you ever heard of the saying gift of gab? The ability to communicate is often perceived as some sort of gift. And don't get me wrong, some people are naturals, but everyone can get good at it. The reason the skill is so important is because of the type of jobs you're going to get in order to earn over $100,000 a year at a young age with no college degree. This all started for me when I was around 15 years old. I actually worked at an electronics store around this time, and I've always been a rather competitive person. They sold these protection plans on all of their products. It was a measurable number that you could get noticed for selling. Of course, this electronics store did not pay any sort of commission, but I didn't care. I wanted to be the best at something, so I learned everything I could about this warranty, and within a few months, I had record-breaking numbers. I pitched it to every customer I came in contact with. It gave me a sense of purpose within my job. One day, I gave a perfect pitch. The customer told me they didn't want it, and I ran at what the time I had no idea was an objection cycle. I then convinced the customer to buy it anyway. That customer asked me if I earned a commission, and I honestly had no idea what that even was at the time. They then explained to me that certain jobs will pay me a percentage of what I sell instead of an hourly wage. And when I did the math, I realized even a small 5 to 8% cut of the warranties I had been selling for this electronics store could have earned me thousands of dollars in commission. This realization sent me down a bit of a rabbit hole. I then spent the next 4 or so years trying out various commission-based sales jobs, working my way through them until I figured out which ones paid the most with the least amount of risk. 2 industries hit the hardest: furniture and cars. Now, it's important to understand that not all sales jobs are created equal, and you're going to have to spend some time looking at commission structures and understanding clientele. But if you're willing to invest your time, you're going to make a ridiculous amount of money. You don't need to be some sales guru or some incredibly charismatic person to make money in these types of jobs. Quite honestly, if you're at the right place, customers will come in ready to buy a lot of the time. And with the right company, your marketing department will do most of the work for you. So if you're just simply there to greet them, you will make money. It's actually insane how much money is out there just free for the taking. I've seen incredibly untalented, barely motivated salespeople making at least $80,000 to $90,000 a year just by showing up. If you're a driven, motivated individual who's willing to put in some effort and maybe even improve upon your communication and sales skills, imagine what you could do. My recommendation for anyone looking to start making a 6-figure salary without a college degree and zero startup cost would be to go work at a car dealership or a major furniture store. It is important that you take a look at the pay scale, get an idea of what their top earners are making, and just try it out. For new salespeople, I would strongly suggest staying away from door-to-door sales and outbound cold calling. Now, obviously, there's a lot more that goes into this, and if you guys enjoyed this video, just let me know in the comment section if this is something a lot of you are interested in getting into. I'll make another video going into more detail and specifics for certain companies, pay structures that are most profitable for a salesperson. If you guys want one-on-one help with this, join our Discord linked in the description below. We're We're never going to ask you for $1. We built this Discord community last year. It's a place where we can all support and help each other, and I'm always available to help and answer questions.